Everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to Pokemon Crystal, where we are playing Ecruteak City. This is turn 19, I believe. Let's jump into things. Okay, so not a whole lot of battles or anything going on this turn. It's mostly just movements. Blue Chan 1 didn't find any sites, no magic sites. We had, of course, the assassination attempt, which we won. Have a couple of unexpected events. Some barbarian scouts have been caught and interrogated in CERN. Then, unexpected event in the Dunes of Death. Handful of magic gems have been found in the prime of the season. Okay. Construction on the fortified village in the second forest is done. Patrolled down the Larian swamps. We had Ghastly promoted, and we have famous hero. With Blue Chan 1 just being alive. Gaining tough skin, which is interesting. It's +3 protection. That is so random. I can't. Pretenders of. Not pretend. Hall of Fame. Ugh. I guess it's a bunch of people have died. Honestly. Like, this is the only commander that I have on there. Old man has 1,600. I think there are some mercenaries that come with very weird experience levels, right? Carpy over here. All right. What are we doing this turn? Well, it looks like Cyanwood City again has not moved. Oh, I think it's pretty safe to assume that the player has just quit. So we are going to cautiously but aggressively head towards their capital. So we're bringing all of these forces to bear. I say all of these forces. It's quite a few, right? We've got 240 just straight up, plus another... So about 250, plus the free spawn that we get from them, heading towards his capital. Unfortunately, all of these units are still only 63 siege strength, which is kind of abysmal. That will take 50,000 turns to break, so I don't know that there's anything we can do about that. At this moment, right? In the future, there's definitely things that we can do about it. But right now, there's not really a whole lot we can do about it. We are bringing in backup, basically, as much backup as we can. So here's another 30 siege strength, which is feels... Why is this 30 siege strength? This is only 63. What? And this is only 6 siege strength? Oh. Wow. I didn't even think about that. Holy shit. I'm learning new things every day. So, with death power, I didn't realize all of these units had death power. So all of these units have death power. So while they're in my dominion, right, they're gaining a boost because of Dumna, right, death 3. So death power 1 means they get +1 for each death scale. All right, so that's why this one is 30 and there's no death here. So we've got no bonuses. And there's actually growth here. So we're negative strength. That's crazy. Alright then. Oof. Jeez. Alright. Well, regardless, we are bringing up forces, right? We have some forces here. 104. We've got more forces coming up with Kimono 8. We're bringing in more forces with Kimono 5. Right? We're going to just dump as many people as we can onto Cyanwood City over the next several turns. I'm not super worried about losing a fight there, right? We might, who knows? But what is more concerning is that it's gonna take 5-6 turns just to crack the fort, and that's kind of annoying. So we will see how that goes. This does kind of encourage me or impress upon me, though, that we are definitely going to need to take these thrones in the near future. So that's kind of what the next big focus is going to be as we gather units around our capital. We're going to be trying to build up armies to toss at these thrones. And we're going to lose a lot of units, too. But kind of is what it is. Okay. So, battle against Cyanwood City seems to be resolving. We're going to ignore Ba'an Kish for a little while. I'm actually assuming that Olivine City is going to try to take it. I've been talking to them. They've been kind of like trying to get notes on how the war between us went, etc. It's the mod maker, so trying to figure out how things went, which is cool. What are we doing? What else are we doing? We're moving people around as we have been to site search, etc., etc. But we have completed the fort here in Second Forest, so we can actively start recruiting people easily. We're gonna go ahead and immediately start building the second tier of this, the wooden fort, so that we have more commander points, so we can recruit every turn rather than every other turn. That's going to really expand our ability to research. Okay. We're continuing to, in the meantime, though, get schoolgirls here. We are continuing to get junior trainer boys in Ecruteak City. Gonna point out incredibly bad luck, by the way. We have recruited 5 junior trainer boys in Ecruteak City so far, and these guys have a 50-50 between air and astral. The air one is useful, but it is nowhere near as useful as the astral one, especially in this setup with getting all these schoolgirls, right? It's the concept of, like, if we get an astral or two, then we suddenly have incredibly effective horde of skeleton spammers. But we have gone 5 in on a 50-50 and gotten the wrong 50-50 every single time. So that's kind of unfortunate. We do want to look at starting to acquire cool trainers. Primarily the male variant, because air death is more valuable than water death. Infinitely more valuable than water death, as far as I'm aware. And also Great City Channelers. The only thing about Great City Channelers is they are insane. We would probably want a handful of these, a small handful of these, right? I really want to make use of the channelers, the white channelers, and the great channelers, and even the red and blue channelers, certain circumstances, because they all come in as base communion slaves, right? And the great channelers come in as union masters. But the whole frickin' insanity mechanic kind of breaks things. I think I'm going to, and they're just expensive. Like, they're expensive for 110 gold for an astral 1 that's also a priest. I guess it's technically 2 things. So, I guess it's not that expensive, right? It's astral. It's astral 1 and another random, a guaranteed random, and a priest level, and a auto communion slave. So, I guess, but that insanity just ruins it for me. Like, I can get a schoolgirl that's significantly cheaper that can just communion slave up. Yeah, I get the expedience of a turn is it can win games, but I don't know. It feels bad, man. Anyways, so what's our focus right now? We're going to complete a wooden fort here so that we can recruit much more quickly here. We're going to move over a new kimono woman into Haunted Woods and probably start building a fort there next turn with the intention of doing a very similar thing there in Haunted Woods. In the next couple turns, next 5 turns or so, I would like to get someone out to Gol Amrod and start or build a lab there, and then upgrade the fortification to a wooden fort so that we can produce there as well. We're basically turning the early game aggression, as we've kind of hopefully win this battle, this war with Cyanwood City. We're going to transition hopefully into more of a peacetime and start focusing on our research, try to get up to enchantment 5 so that we have a decent defensive option or aggressive option, depending on what we have to do, to keep ourselves in the game, and then hit construction 4, start producing skull mentors and things like that, and then probably, honestly, we might make like a pit stop into evocation 3 or arcane probing, maybe. We have been very unlucky and found no astral sites so far, so that's kind of crappy. But ultimately the goal is going to be to hit Conjuration and just run up Conjuration. Run up Conjuration, hit Well of Misery, hit Tartarian Gate, and then go from there. How the game goes. So that is pretty much the turn. Not a whole lot of crazy stuff going on. Cyanwood City seems to have dropped, and fingers crossed that the siege and acquisition of their capital, which hopefully is going to be a gold mine for us, goes well. So we'll see you all next time. Bye, everybody.